Hello everyone, this is Gamer and welcome to the Moon Sliver, a game by David Simensky. Click the title to begin. The Moon Sliver is intended to be completed in a single sitting and there is no save system. It is suggested you set aside an hour to complete it. Alright, this is gonna be listed as my mini gameplay video then. WADS space. Alright, right mouse to use the flashlight, left mouse to interact. Okay. Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them. With a mind unfit for lofty thoughts, she had once come in here to see if there was any old firewood, otherwise she stayed in her cluttered house where it was warm and familiar. Isa was the oldest. Jeez. Right, okay, wait. Isa was the oldest, and if not, the wisest. Certainly the most learned. She remembered when Josiah still lived, and she would sit on this crate and listen to his stories. Those memories, like so many others, were bittersweet. Daniel was a quiet man who spent his life lost in the books of old, or lost in his own thoughts. He wondered where the barrels had come from, and who had put them here. Abel loved Isa, and he loved Daniel and Ellie, but when his mind wasn't turned toward their well-being, it was filled with thoughts of bleak hopelessness. Sometimes he would rifle through the barrel. The promise of undiscovered trinkets raised his spirits, if only temporarily. Alright, let's go outside. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island. Now only 1 remains. Beautiful ocean. Oh, I thought it was like a cutscene, so I had to move. Hmm. Telephone wires. I mean, not telephone wires, the telephone, towers. The night, the night was wild and cold. The monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. Oh. Can't go in here, it's locked. Oh, looks like some sort of puzzle, huh? Great. Okay. I, I feel like I missed life, he said. Like it whizzed right by while I wasn't looking, and I'm watching it disappear into the horizon, stuck in this prison. Oh, come on, she said. Look out at the water. Isn't it beautiful? It's lonely, he said. Lonely and infinite. They, re- they reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them toward the shoreline. Isa could remember when the old buildings still stood here, filled with families. I'm sorry, he said, and he cried because he often cried during these talks. For what? She said. For a lot of things. Guilty conscious. I gotta say, this environment looks beautiful. What about this house? Oh, it's locked. Can't go in there. Ow. Electrical. Don't want to touch that yet. Okay. Oh, already read that. Already read that. Oh, these conversations were not new. Long ago, I saw his despondency. She hugged him as the wind tossed her long gray hair around. It's like some food of some sort. A strange acidic smell ema- emanated, emanated from the pipe. Oh, I'm stuck. Can I go in here? Isa kept a smile on her face, though she did not feel like smiling. She sat down beside the flashlight. "What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you?" she said. "She didn't take it either," he said. "Nor did I, and nor did Abel," she said. "And yet, it's gone." Ow. "Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to," said Isa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. "I didn't take it," he said. "Why would I?" Ooh, excuse me. "Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing." Fresh air from an unseen crack in the corner cut through the room's stuffy musk. Hmm, interesting. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. "How do you know Abel? How did you know Abel didn't take it?" he said. "Because I trust him," she said. "He's a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us." "Do you trust Ellie?" Oh man, excuse me. Daniel didn't answer immediately. "I trust all of you," he said, "because that's how we have to live." I like how he said that. Hmm. Alright, how about this building? "I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us," said Ellie. Hmm. "She keeps the chapel locked, and she's the only one with the key," said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. "So you're saying she took it?" he said. Took what? Oh geez. Alright. "My problem is that she's a liar," said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around, "and that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her." "Exactly. You're not an impartial judge," he said. "Why is my light flickering? I don't like that. Stop that." What you call it? That's a knife. "These are books." "What is your problem with Isa?" Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here, because Daniel liked reading books. What does it say? No, there was something. Oh, did this dialogue go away? There you go. "The wood was older than anyone could remember, and it had rotted and fused with the floor." Okay. Hmm. Where to go now? Oh, let's check out this well. "The mysterious liquid has drained from the tank and into the water long ago." "This place was a forest once." Isaac could remember the glorious living trees. Barely. A damp tangle of trees and foliage, free to run wild and unkempt. These skeletons were all that remained. Hmm. What about this area? This looks like a bunker of some sort. Come back when night falls. Okay. That's kind of scary. I don't want to know what happens during nightfall. Oh, there's more buildings here. Okay, this is starting to look a little creepy. They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. Huh, that makes sense. Note: there is an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youths. We cried together. We have eaten together. We have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. He is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helplessly, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures, and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this. Hmm, interesting. Oh jeez, can that go away? Thank you. Not on the floor. What childlike emptiness I feel to find the most peaceful solace in fantasy, to find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers to taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own? We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive, but to what end? This island is all the world we know, and it is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. That's deep. I've got a key? He watched Ellie put her clothes back on, his eyes unfocused, not really seeing her. She didn't say anything, her lips were pursed in that eternal ignorant scowl. He got up from the bed and opened his box. He used to believe that one day he could plant the last few seeds, and they would be able to grow food again. But now he knew that the ground was poisoned. There must be a typo right there. I think poison only has one eye. Isa had given the seeds to him for safekeeping. Isa loved him. Isa trusted him. His eyes filled with tears, but he didn't let Ellie see. I'm supposed to meet Isa for a walk, he said. She didn't answer. She just left. Hmm. Oh god, is there a way we can get rid of this text? Oh, this is so awkward. I wish that was something I could do for this. Oh, Abel Reed to escape. Daniel Reed to feed his lofty, strange thoughts. Isa read, Isa Reed to pass time. But Ellie? As far as Abel knew, she hadn't opened a book in years. What did she do all day? He didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. He worried about all of them. Were they as melancholy as he was? Is that everything? Besides picking up that key? Oh, these texts in and out are kind of ugh. But it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna take a real quick break. I'll be right back. You won't miss a thing. And just like that, I am back. So let's continue on with this game. Am I moving a little faster? That's weird. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. Okay, that sounds scary. Another locked box. Key? That key does not open that up. Interesting. I believe the world of Hector and the religious teachings that were passed on to me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness. And maybe the ones who went before us are waiting there. There's no way to know. We have to wait for death to find out. And truth be told, I am ready. I am ready for the beginning of a new adventure. Isa could not talk to Abel about her feelings because Abel was overburdened with his own. So she often sat at her desk and wrote. She did not know who would ever read her papers, but there was something profound about preserving thoughts, so that they would live long after there was nobody around to read them. Another key. So I have two keys? Maybe that little key is for the box. And then what's that big key for, though? Isa didn't know what the object was, but she remembered her father tinkering with it in his workshop when she was a girl. The workshop and the adjoining home were now far underwater. She was not a young woman, but even now, seeing it brought her comfort. Abel came in. "How do I get into storage?" he asked. She shut and locked the box. "I've told you before," she said. "I forgot," he said. "I don't go there often. Press the first three until they click. Leave the fourth alone," she said. Okay, press the first three, then click. Okay. Leave the fourth alone. Alright. First three, click. Got it. That's for the storage room, right? Yeah. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. "Isa and I were out for a walk," said Abel as he entered. "I thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book." Daniel put his book down. "Hello," he said. His expression confused Abel. Daniel stared at the pile of wood. He hadn't burned wood for months. "Let's talk about Ellie instead." Abel was silent for a moment. "What about Ellie?" he said. Daniel didn't need to answer. Abel swallowed. "Alright, let's talk about Ellie." "I've been thinking about life," said Abel, sitting down, "and death, and uncertainty." "Anything about this bed?" Okay, nothing. Okay, what was the puzzle thing? First three, press, and then fourth, leave it alone, and then you hear it click after the first three. And this is for the storage room? "Well, what were you and Abel doing at this house yesterday?" "While I was climbing the mountain," he answered, casually flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. "My flashlight is freaking out." She glared at him. "I'm going to get wood," she spat. "Did you think I was too stupid to know?" he said. "I'm going to get wood." Ellie was lying on the bed. Daniel came in. She scowled at him suspiciously and beautifully. "What were you and Isa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about?" "Is there anything else to examine?" "It doesn't look like it, so let's get out of here." Uh-oh. Is it getting darker? Oh, the night was wild and cold. She said press the first three and then it should click. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Okay. I don't need to go up. Ow. Oh jeez. This is getting a little spooky. Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. Oh, where'd I go? The cold was long forgotten. Nobody had been below in many years. Huh. Oh man, where'd I go now? Oh. Ellie, Daniel's voice echoed through around the tunnels. Silence. She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. It's creepy. Daniel heard soft scratching footsteps behind him. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Oh, I'm not liking this. He called again. Ellie? Still no answer, but he heard the footsteps again. Someone left their flashlight here. He didn't even have time to cry out at the shadow silhouette in his flashlight beam lunging toward him. Is there anything around here? Anything? Anything? No? Okay. She felt his breath before she felt his claws, and then she was gone. What is that? What do you hide? I don't know. He called again. Ellie still no answer, but he heard the footsteps. Alright, I already read that. She never felt like this before. She knew these tunnels well. She had been down here hundreds of times, yet she was lost. Lost, confused, and afraid. Dead end. Now where do I go? A family of rats lived amid the crates of dried food. They were perhaps the last animals left alive. Oh man, I'm kinda lost here, but I'm gonna keep on exploring. And I'm back here. Great. Yep, there's the door. Did I miss something? I don't see anything else to do down here besides figure out that code, but that code, they said the code is long gone, right? Yeah. So I guess go back outside? I don't know. There's that one door that says come back at nightfall. Let's see what that's about. Oh. It's raining. And windy. Come back when night falls? But it is night falls. I don't get it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take another real quick break. I'll be right back. You don't miss a thing. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's try that door out one more time. See if it opens. If it doesn't, then I guess... I don't know. Maybe I can try that tunnel again. Back when night falls. Okay. can't go back. Oh, I gotta push these buttons again, huh? There I go. There you go. My flashlight works out a lot better with the outlet. Well, I guess we'll try to figure out this code, I guess. No? Okay. How about these two? No? How about these two? No? Alright, let's try that and that. Hey, it worked! Oh jeez, what happened here? They had to know the truth, and Hector would not tell it. So down here, where nobody would find him, he wrote on scraps of paper. Maybe someday someone will discover them. Oh, what did Hector do? Interesting. Okay, so that's solved. But now where do I go? Come back when night falls. I don't understand. Another hatch. The door is rusted shut. It would never open. Oh. Well, that sucks. Daniel sat with Ellie under the tree, his arm around her. Where do I go now? It's my own house. Okay. Huh, how about this building? Oh, it's a chapel. Nice. It's very beautiful in here. Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absent-mindedly picked the book up. Something caught his eye, or rather the lack of something. The Moon Sliver was gone. He stared at the empty dais for some time, struggling to comprehend this simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Isa, perhaps? She was the only one with the key to the Chapel of Infinite Light, but Ellie or Abel could have borrowed it from her as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. O world, O prison dingy white, O ghostly shadow gray, your whelming lies of false delight are dark and cold as moonless night, and bleak as sunless day. Word of Hector, I. The Moon Sliver was written by the pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves and found by noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the Moon Sliver, and make for it a place in the chapel of infinite light, for it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known to the demons of the night and greatly feared. Know that it will protect you, even should my light cease to bathe the night in holy silver. Give it a place of honor, and treat it as a prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." And so Hector took the Moon Sliver and placed it in the chapel of infinite light, upon a silver pedestal, and the night was warm with light, and the day was bright with warmth. Someone took it. The word of Hector, 4. Ivy. Again, the moon came to Hector in a dream. "The woodland thief is vanquished," it said. "Your people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the Moon Sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy document remains in your possession. But know this, should the Moon Sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland thief and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe, keep it ready, and may you live in prosperity on this island that I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true." The word of Hector, I. The woodland thief, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector, and desired to take the island away from them, and it lurked in the dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass the Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland thief in the dark underground, attacked and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream, and said, "Hector, the time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable. Go, take the Moon Sliver from its pedestal, and do battle." And so Hector went to the chapel of infinite light and retrieved the Moon Sliver and went into the tunnels. Ah, okay. Okay. I need to find an outlet though, because my computer's... It is dark. Return to the mountain. Isa couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Yesterday, the Moon Sliver was missing. Today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the word of Hector by heart. The sinister implications were not lost on her. "Ellie," she called. "Daniel? Abel?" Abel heard her and answered, "I'm here." There was something strange about his voice, something Isa didn't like. "What are you doing here?" I am reading of ages past," he said. "Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are?" she said. "I do not," he said. "They are missing," she said. "They are missing, and the Moon Sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies?" "I do," he said. "Night will fall in a few hours, and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours. We'll keep the fire burning. We'll keep the door locked, and we will pray, Abel. We will pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection." "Are you happy here, Isa?" "We can't stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark." "Are you happy?" "Yes, I'm happy. Please, Abel." There were tears in his eyes, and he struggled to control his voice. "Isa, I know you. I know every inch of you. And I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy." Isa didn't respond. "I'm staying here." The tears were flowing freely now. "I would like it if you stayed with me. Isa, please stay with me." "It will find you, Abel." "I let it out, Isa. I destroyed the Moon Sliver." "Oh. Oh no." Isa was shocked and silent. "I burned it yesterday after I talked with Daniel." Her eyes were filling with betrayed, angry tears. "What? Abel, no! Why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you?" "We're already in hell. This island. This horrible, barren, lonely island. This place of sin. This is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found. Those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I have lived life since then, and I have seen the truth of their words." Isa could not respond. Her tears streamed down her face. She just kept walking toward the sound of his voice, the knife clutched in her hand. "You did not read the blasphemous scrapes, Isa, but I did, and I remember them with incredible clarity, supernatural clarity even. 'Fear not the dark shadows, or the scratches in the night, for the woodland teeth is your salvation, it is your escape.' It said this, and more, Isa. The woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell. It is here to take us away from hell." She could see him ahead, her flashlight beam cutting through the sickly fog. He was sitting in a chair, a book on his lap. As she approached, she could see that he was crying too. Let me go back. "I believe the word of Hector," she said, and I will not go to hell. Trust me. Oh, please trust me. Please." "I believe the word of Hector," she said again, and she put the knife to her chest, point first. "No, no, Isa, please don't. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone." "I love you," she spat tearfully. "I love you so much." Is that the rest of the words? Yes. She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located, from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her and sobbed for some time. He was not a strong young man anymore, but Isa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water. But then what? Read? Read until it found him? No. It didn't feel like reading anymore. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander, aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then, when night fell, he would return and wait. Whoa! Some beautiful music going on here. I don't know if this is the ending, but I'm going to do my conclusion here. If you like this mini gameplay video, please give this mini gameplay video a like. Comment on this video on how you like this game. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more mini gameplay videos or video games like these. Alright, this has been Gamer. Peace out. And I will see you on the next mini gameplay video or next video game. Bye everyone. Enjoy the music. Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright and windy. The Moon Sliver. Created by David Simensky. Jeff Kesso. Oh man. Sound effects. freesound.org. Cool. Awesome. Textures. deviantart.com. Engine. Unity 4 free version. Cool. Unity engines are awesome. Dedicated to Rachel Simensky. Oh, his wife passed away? Sad. Wife or daughter or something? Or mother? Grandma? The end. The end. Alright, I'll definitely end my video here. Alright, this has been Gamer. Peace out. And I will see you on the next mini gameplay or next video game. Bye everyone.